is the correct build in this kind of a matchup as we do get underway with game number 2 now.
Yeah, very excited. Because obviously the caveat or the issue with going for this kind of build, right, is always that you have less ganking potential. Embers get online really quickly these days. With just I have Sleight of Fist, I have Searing Chains, and I have Aura Corrosion, right? And Flame Guard doesn't allow that. That's why this build is either you only put 2 points in Flame Guard or you just disregard it completely. However, I feel like with a CM Rubik and Beastmaster, which is a great ganking combo, you can get away with having a slower Ember. Right? It might be one of the few games where I don't think it matters if Ember rotates, because I think you actually have a great ganking squad in your 3, 4, and 5.
That's true. Do you believe it's enough nuke damage to get through a Monkey King is really the biggest question. I'd wager yes, personally, especially if Ember can show up and just he doesn't have to be the driving force in that kill. Just like a casual Sleight of Fist, right? And maybe a Searing Chains is going to be good. Because something that's really unique about this kind of Execration lineup is they're not lacking stuns by any means, but what they definitely don't lack is roots. I don't know if I've ever seen a lineup with this many roots, Salvo. It's a little ridiculous how much they can bring here, right? Maybe a bit of a double-edged sword because, of course, you can still attack through most roots, all of these inclusive. It's just like the strong ones, like Overgrowth, which you can't.
And Frostbite.
And Frostbite, I believe, actually. It's a good point. But Morphling, of course, can still shift. So wondering how good that's going to be.
I mean, the other concern is Tino. Tino is being swarmed by 4 heroes. Boundless Strike has to be committed here. So Antares will get the first blood. Actually, one of the few supports first blood I think is good on, because you kind of need this guy to have items to do stuff in lane.
Yeah.
So that's fine with me.
And these Orb of Venom carriers especially, right? It's like if you don't get that early momentum, you just have wasted about a third of your total income for the first 5 minutes as a support. Never feels good. And they're actually looking to put a little bit more pressure up top, by the way. Antares, they're looking for a second kill here.
He has Orb of Venom, and actually the Shadow Walk level 1 pretty nice. And if they punish Tino a second time, he has no TP to get back into the lane. This could be huge. They have Glimpse right now, Solo getting in range, and now just harassing Tino as much as they can. Glimpsing him back. Oh, they're pinging him. Antares still wants to go for this, but Tino now spent too much time in the trees, so the Glimpse is not going to be that far back. There you go. Ramsey's joining once again, but he can only offer auto attacks. Good body blocks by Antares and Solo, but the Fade Bolt reducing their damage considerably. Tino wants to fight back. There's the axes. He is going to go down. Antares might die as a result, but he's happy with that.
Yeah,
now Beastmaster starts to walk the lane.
Exactly. He's super happy with that, especially because he just TPs right back down bottom. Miero's on this Enigma hero, which honestly doesn't need a whole lot of help in this early level 1. You can see the smoke icon as Tino sprints back to lane under the cover of the smoke. But yeah, it's a really phenomenal start here for ex-Hellraisers, pardon me. Really great usage as well of this early bounty hunter, right?
Yes.
Quite a unique hero. 8 armor. Starts with Orb of Venom, the Shadow Walk as well to really get into the face of the enemy heroes and set up these kinds of kills. I really, really like that usage, right?
And now because he got the first blood, he got an early Bloodstone, seemingly an Over Corrosion early, and this will actually make his laning against Carlo much better. And look at his play, by the way, if you can see Antares right now. He waits for Carlo to use Crystal Nova for the Eidolons, and then goes in, right? To not get hit by the attack speed slow.
That's really interesting. I think you're actually really onto something there. That's probably what you need to be doing here. Is your core function as a bounty, right? You wait for that ability to come out, and then you just run down the maiden relentlessly. Because then, I mean, if she roots you, that's a win, right? Because then Miero is free to go in a bit more aggressively here. Now he's going to start stealing some money. The sweetest sound in all of Dota 2.
As Palos. Here's the Frostbite though. I forget Antares can also die quickly. They don't have sentries yet, or they don't want to lay down the sentry yet because they know he's not going to fall. I wanted to comment on the root thing though. That one thing that I think it's a very good point you comment on the root thing, because Bounty is not a support that really needs items to enable him. He just kind of chills. So he can buy whatever's necessary for the game, and Lotus Orb in a root-heavy game is particularly incredible because of the fact that they're all dispelled compared to the stuns, right? So that could be another thing that the Execration has to figure out how to deal with.
That's very true. I fully expect Miero. He does have to be careful, though, as you say. I mean, between Riptide and the magic damage that Maiden brings, he actually does die fairly quickly in this lane. So again, not waiting for... Well, actually, he's doing a good job, right? Right now, he's burning mana and stealing money from Carlo. They are going to kill him, actually, down bottom.
Okay. Good kill. Antares will suffer a little bit of damage from Palos, but thanks to his high armor, he will be able to live through this.
Yeah, and thanks to the first bloods that he got early on, he's got a ton of regen here still to use. And is going to go ahead and just eat a little bit more regeneration. Let's focus a little bit on the mid lane, shall we? Because I want to see if Jenkins' theory holds water or if he needs to empty his cup, as Winter would say.
Is
Because
that what he
Bob,
says? Your cat is really well spoken.
yes, she really wants water. Hold on, because Solo really wants to. Well, actually, Shanks really wants
yeah,
to.
Shanks
kill
wants
Solo.
to kill. He got hyped with game 1. Fate Bolt to, very of mice and men style, right behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
Think of the
It's okay.
farmland Solo.
It's okay, Solo. Look at the beautiful sunset.
Think of the
What are you doing with-
Mercedes Solo.
What
the
are you doing
MVP.
with? Oh my God! Yeah, you're right. Look, just jump back in your Mercedes, Solo. Oh, good times.
Alright, let's go back to mid lane for a little bit, because you're right. I want to talk about this matchup. Tell me.
Yeah, it's the early over of corrosion, right, for this Monkey King, and we do see those 2 points in the Flame Guard. Bob's about to hit level 5, and now is getting a rotation out from Shanks at a pretty crucial timing here. Kiyotaka with a very nice boundless strike there. As we expect, with a little bit of a lead here over the Ember Spirit, right? Bob, though, still healthy enough in this lane, and with decent enough experience, he just, at some stage, with 3 stacks of Jingu Mastery above him, has to stop contesting creeps, right? That's the really big problem for him in this lane.
Yes.
But Kiyotaka, not a bottle builder, right? Compared to this Ember Spirit for Bob. So Bob's been able to sustain through this, but again, you can see he's just being zoned away from the creeps. He's about to hit level 5. I really want to see what it'll be. He did get it. Considering now, weighing his options, it is the points in Searing Chains.
Okay. I like that, actually. I think you need that to rotate, so I'm not against that, honestly.
Down bottom. They're
Down
fighting quite a bit. I don't know if they're catching anyone.
top
though,
as well.
actually.
Tino just got glimpsed back, by the way, with Solo. That's a strike. Shanks is covering. Body blocks by Solo. They really want to commit for this Tino play, but instead, Shanks. Solo wants revenge, but he doesn't have any more glimpses, and he knows not to walk up to the high ground.
Yeah, he knows. Especially against level 2 axes here, you got to be a little bit careful of letting those things stack up on you.
Yeah.
Because from range, you're very easily dead. Build from Tino here is 2-2-0, actually. And seems to be wanting to go into this Soul Ring early on. His start is just, honestly, god-awful, though, so he's still very much in full recovery mode.
He might just die to the Naga. Ensnared and killed. Palos just dulled the tower. And
Yeah,
the top
that
lane, there's another fight going on as they kill Shanks, but Solo, he is trying to get away from Tino, who wants to kill before he himself dies. He knows Ramses is just going to finish him off. Solo instead will gather the kill with a glimpse.
Mid lane, there was lots of skirmishing, which did distract me. Antaros on bottom as well, dusted up into the root #1 and killed off. 2 kills here for Palos, pretty back-to-back.
Nice recovery
Miro.
from Execration.
Yeah, indeed. Miro happy that he's not the one playing against the Disruptor, as he TPs right into the tower range and kills the wagon. It looked like Antares thought about trying to rotate mid to help with these 6-minute runes, and now he's going to be, well, leaving Kiyotaka alone. Rune will spawn top, but mid lane, Kiyotaka gets up the Boundless.
Only onto 1. There's the Frostbite as well. He can't hit like this. Tries to prevent some damage with the Mischief. And he's healing back up thanks to Antares. They get the surprise kill onto Bob. Kiyotaka has no way to jump onto the tree. No points in 3 times just yet. But he's fast. And he might be able to TP back home.
He's out of here.
Oh, wow.
He's actually out. That level 3 Jingu Mastery, right? Sure, you trade away your ability to rotate around the map, but when it comes to trying to fight into this Ember Spirit, every single one of those points really does matter. Bonus damage, and in that case, the extra little bit amounts of lifesteal that you get on the Monkey King really making the difference.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The cool thing about one thing we didn't mention in this lane matchup, since we're so hell-bent on it, is that obviously when Jenkins made this point of analysis, it was when there was no water runes, right? With the excessive amount of healing, this constant damage from Flame Guard becomes less impactful, and that's why fighting a Monkey King like head-on like that, which was full HP, not as easy to do as if he was chipped down constantly by the Flame Guards.
You have a good point, but I still think Jenkins he's a little bit right about that.
No, he's right. He was right, I think. Oh, what a
really,
sleight of fist.
really nice sleight of fist dodge. Wow.
A single unit to avoid glimpse is really hard to do.
Yeah, that was impressive. Solo in the meantime.
Yeah, he sets the kinetic field, but he's most likely going to die inside of it. Yeah, the Rubik illusions actually get him. Bob now tries to get away, hit by the Boundless Strike. Here's the Hawk, but to give it a little bit more vision. The Monkey King wants to get closer, but he has no tree dance, so once again, difficult. So Antares wants to chase him. He gets Searing Chain, throws a Shuriken out of spite, but won't get the kill.
Good stuff there. Nice little fights early. The one thing I did want to say is I do believe this matchup kind of changes, not on its head, but it becomes more playable, pardon me, for Bob as soon as he does get this chainmail online, and then the phase boots again, right?
Miro.
But because of the...
Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon, sorry. They just ensnared him and ignored him. Oh, now they're going for him after the ensnare. What is Palos doing?
Level 6 on Miro. Did take that point in black hole immediately, but in fact, instead the rotations are still mid, where Antares is looking to apply more pressure onto Bob. He's going to steal the DD rune.
And it goes bottom. It's like, guys, there's a bounty with DD coming to you
Oh,
guys.
Bob actually decides the Blades of Attack are the better option here for now. I would have thought he wanted to go into the Chainmail early just to be able to sustain through the Monkey King's bonus physical damage a bit earlier on, but decides that's not worth it. Goes for the damage instead.
Kiyotaka,
Maybe that'll make a difference here?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's certain chain, the Frostbite versus the attack speed, and Bob gets the kill. It might have made a difference. That extra armor didn't seem that strong.
No.
Oh my god,
the mass tips!
Tip him, guys, tip him.
Execration.
Who's the only one
making
that
it
didn't tip
rain
him?
here onto the Monkey King?
Oh,
Maybe trying to change him back into Depressed Kid, huh? Shanks, though, he's a little bit depressed to find that bounty here with a DD.
Telekinesis, he has that ready, so he's just saving on it. Actually, he thinks he can kill on Antares. Glimpse back, though. That Glimpse doesn't deal enough damage because he has Magic Wand and the Infused Raindrop saving him. And Solo will instead fall to the damage from Execration. They gotta learn. They can't play C-style against the C guys, dude.
No, they can't. Especially because Carlo with an excellent rotation, right? Frostbite does disarm. They already used Boundless Strike, so Monkey King, even inside of his ultimate, it's going to die to basically right clicks because he's unable to actually utilize the Jingu Mastery to lifesteal at all off the Ember. Again, you know, that was the strength of this hero. And that's, look, it's not going to ruin his game, right? But he has built into this 1v1 fight me mode Monkey King because he still doesn't have any points in the tree dance, right? So he's going to excel on lane control and zoning enemies away. This is not good, though, if he takes a death here.
Yeah, they have no support to piece to help him out. He has to somehow survive with just a Boundless Strike. Telekinesis right before he gets the Jingu, and they got him with the Crystal Nova. Down bottom, though, Panos is suffering. They commit the Black Hole, and they will at least get a carry kill in exchange for their mid laner. So ex-Hellraisers, sorry. They know what to do. They're still getting farm Ramses. They're still harassing Palos. They don't care that much about Kiyotaka dying right now.
That's right. It's and they really don't need to that much, but we do have to remember that Bounty Hunter needs someone to play with in this mid game to actually take advantage of track, right? I definitely thought Monkey King was going to be that kind of a hero. This second death, again, his game's still not ruined, but is going to slow his game down a little bit, where I thought they were going to be able to use this these track kills to really start accelerating his game. He's going to be a little bit behind now on the Echo Saber that he hopes to build up, but it's ex-Hellraisers who are still looking to apply as much pressure as they can down bottom.
Carlos. Okay, Carlos actually commits the freezing field. Carlos will die to Ramses' magical damage, and Carlo is like, oh no. Oh, he turned into him as well. The ultimate insult killed by your body double. Ramses will eventually catch up to him. There we go. Hit him with a shotgun as Bob gets away to meet the Boundless Strike instead. Glimpse back into kinetic field. He avoided it though with Remnant.
Yep.
Because he was on his way to the Remnant, right, when he got glimpsed. So that's how it works.
Yeah, if you arrive at Remnant after the glimpse, then you're just there. It's like the weird Pudge hook interactions, remember? I believe is the way that works. Top lane, by the way, I was expecting to see Tino already starting to hit this tower. He went, of course, for the Axis build, which requires the Arcane Boots or the Soul Ring earlier on. So he actually ended up farming a triple stack of Ancients in that amount of time. So a little bit of space created now for Tino, who finally has the Helm of the Dom online. Where's his, oh, there it is. It's the Hellbear Smasher. So his push is finally going to start. Not super fast because he has he has no points in Inner Beast, I should say. But this tower will still go down. Down bottom, though, they're going to fight. They want to defend. Yeah. Just fight, I guess.
Okay, Searing Chains here. Miro doesn't have the Black Hole, so he's mostly going to die. But the Static Storm is poor Bob. He's stuck. He's trying to run away. Now, finally, got Sleight of Fist to avoid some damage using the Remnant as well. Bob is safe. Ramsey has a waveform in 4 seconds. They glimpse back Bob. Ironically, they got to glimpse him because of the ward.
Yep. In
a very awkward, very interesting spot. They actually used the ward just to catch him, honestly.
And that is going to be a major kill, especially because, unfortunately for Bomb, he just had no units to try and dodge that on Sleight of Fist. Just no plays for him to make. A good usage there of the Static Storm out from Solo, as that ward is going to be denied. They're looking for revenge, though. Paulo showing up to fight.
Okay, try to avoid the glimpse. That's not how Mirror Image works. And he kills Ramses with a Riptide almost by accident.
Yep, still got the illusions there, and still gets, still is able to find the kill. Okay, mid. I don't think this is anything. Yeah, because Boundless Strike already used. Instead, top lane, we do see some tracks onto Tino, kind of making his top lane a little bit more dangerous to play around.
Yes,
trying to make this Bounty Hunter really shine, as he does have a full Orb of Corrosion.
But ex-Hellraisers don't have as much of a good ganking spot early, right? Until they get their items. So that's why you really can't capitalize too much on these tracks.
And until Monkey specifically has Tree Dance.
Yes,
and
yes,
he
yes.
still doesn't have it, right?
Yeah.
So Echo Saber would be a fine addition as well to that combo. This is aggressive.
Yutaka. He uses the Wukong's command here. Freezing Field that cancels Static Storm. And that means Carlos is forced to run away. Turns into a Hellbear Smasher. That's not going to distract the real Hellbear Smasher from smashing his face in.
Don't do it, Hellbear Smasher. Remember
I am one of
time.
you.
I am also a tomato.
I am.
Imposter.
I'm
He got
a fruit,
vented, dude.
I swear.
We saw the monkey venting and he got killed. Now mid lane, it's Execration, who are making a really aggressive push here. There's a black hole ready, but Miro is going to be busy farming away in the jungle, trying to get his Guardian Greaves online. The monkey back in 8 seconds with no Wukong's command. Execration not super confident if they can push this tower down. And the tracks might dissuade them here as they do see the monkey TPing back on in. You're going to let the creeps do most of the work here as ex-Hellraisers make the most obvious smoke of all time as Solo smokes in front of the entire creep wave. I don't think he'll catch anyone. It's for move speed, of course, but he's not going to catch anyone.
Antares is going to be the one to scout instead. They almost catch him with a Boundless Strike. Antares, good positioning for now. Only over Corrosion, though. Not really going to do much here.
They missed on the Dusk there, so he's not going to be caught here.
His position is pretty solid. He might set up.
They're rotating. Monkey with an Invis rune as well, but they have.
Oh my god, that glimpse of the track, of course, Shanks. Just, there's no way. You can't beat that. They always have vision of you. And this is the real ganking squad. Once Monkey King has anything, you literally can make this track glimpse combo work all the time.
Oh yeah, especially with that point in the tree dance, just adding to your mobility, right? It's not really so much about the primal spring slow, pardon me, with this kind of a hero, or even really that much the damage. It's just getting into the fights and joining the ganks using your team's superior vision game here, right? I mean, you're still playing into Hawks, but it's almost nothing compared to what Trap and Disruptor both are able to do. Some pretty nice synergy between these two supports, and they really do a lot to set up these quite mobile mid laners, but not the ones that can be literally anywhere in the fights, like an Ember can or, you know, a Quap. Not the most mobile of mid laners, but has enough mobility to actually take advantage of the repositioning that ex-Hellraisers have in spades.
Yeah.
Push top lane is coming now from Execration, pardon me. Nothing really too big here. They're just maybe looking to gear up for a fight. I'd like to see them just secure enough space for this Helm of the Overlord to finish up. He's 800 gold away from it. And then he'll have the Helm too. You'll also probably... Oh, no, they're just going to fight.
Static Storm. Mira has Greaves though, so he should be fine for now. As Monkey King joins, Freezing Field, someone cancel it, they glimpse him. And that cancels the Freezing Field as they kill Tino as well. But that means they have no glimpse to bring back Shanks. So they have to settle for
Warpine Raider!
Oh no,
Miro!
Miro! They're giving the Verdulent Green, it's not going to work. Solo's now stuck against the Warpine Raider. The attack of this Pinecone. It's too strong, it's too spiky. He has the Seed Shot, use it! Kill Solo! Ooh! Bob just baited the Boundless Strike though, killed Antares instead. Kiyotaka now bit off a bit more than he could chew because the Warpine Raider set up for all these kills. Good kinetic field though, covering him. Kiyotaka's still stuck though, because of the ensnare. Shanks wants to join in, good positioning by Ramses, snipes Shanks in the back lines. And now Bob realizes they have to retreat because Ramses has joined. He has Montestall as well. Glimpsing back, they got him with the Searing Chains, his own Searing Chains, and Bob has no dispel himself. But here's the Song of the Siren, helping Bob escape with a TP. Palos, don't mistime it. Oh, he doesn't have it. Palos, just run. Slither your way to safety, Palos.
They just need vision for a glimpse. They have it in 2 seconds. Solo once again smoking to get after these kills.
Go, Solo. They need a track or something, but no. Yeah. Palos already mirror imaged. He's safe.
Dude, Carlo, you madman. He pushes one more wave. He's addicted to pushing waves here, and he'll get out alive. A little bit of a risky move from him, but just one more little Frost Blast there before he gets out. Crystal Nova, pardon me. He's not a Lich. Okay, Hellraisers, they have just barely some catch issues. It's a little bit funny, right, in this kind of a lineup. Antares just isn't quite tanky enough to sustain through these kinds of fights. The magic damage for him is certainly a really big problem, but you're about to have even more magic damage now with Bob finishing up the Maelstrom in this kind of a fight, and you're going to have even more push and even meaner creep. As Tino is now about to finish off his Helm of the Overlord. So a pretty nice 2-item timing here to kind of back in and back up this Palos Manta style and soon Orchid timing. What are you fighting into this as a result? Well, Kiyotaka, he's still a bit further away than he'd like for this BKB. So he's not going to have that quite ready. Guardian Greaves and then Blink Dagger is the next item here from Miero. And Ramses is still just a little bit too far away from that Eye of Scotty. But again, it's a pretty darn good morph game. Let's remember that, right? So he can still show up to these fights fairly early on with some confidence. Bob, though, speaking of confidence, is going to be able to get the Remnant away. He's caught by the ward and has the Remnant out. Nice job.
Oh, wow. He even looked silenced there for a second, huh? But he didn't register.
Makes it look so easy.
He does. His Ember's kind of insane. Okay. I mean, so just farming time for ex-Hellraisers, right? Trying to stave off this aggression. Like, they need their items right now, especially with this Monkey King build. It's a much more carry-oriented, late-game-oriented build, while Antires covers their asses with the constant tracks.
And Blink Dagger's a game changer here on the Enigma again. It's just he needs still 800 more gold to get there. 700 now, but he's fighting solo for the last little bit of farm. That's fine. And again, we have hit this Helm 2 timing. Maelstrom also is about to be finished by Bob. And very quickly after that, we're going to also get this Claymore to complete the Orchid Malevolence here for Paolo.
Kiyotaka's just going to die, by the way. Roar into Fireball. Tino showcasing why he's the real Beastmaster. Monkeys are beasts.
Yeah, too strong of a shot there for the Monkey to take. And he will go down. They fortify the wave, so they'll buy a little bit of time, and Ramses is going to try and equalize the tower pressure down bottom as he continues pushing. But I don't believe they can reasonably defend this. Yeah, Black Hole is just, or sorry, Blink Dagger for Miero. It's just not yet going to be ready. And even then, trying to sneak up on this team, I know I've spoken at length about how ex-Hellraisers have the vision advantage. Oh, look at this.
He tried to deny the tower. But he had Crystal Nova on him, and he couldn't hit it in time.
And Shanks, he's stolen Tree Dance. Super annoying spell for him to have, actually.
Ramses, we talked about the roach, right? So we went for a dispel immediately. We already saw this mentioned. The Manta style Shanks has way too much. Oh, he's too quick. Actually avoided the kinetic field, but now they block the tree. Shanks. Oh, they want to save him.
Is this
they
a
do.
bait?
Magic wand. No, he's fine. And now they set up on Ramses instead. They've already silenced him. They know he has no Manta. Freezing field set up too. Telekinesis. And Shanks starts to steal the kill with Fate Bolt. Apollo ends up getting it instead.
Yeah, man. And look, Shanks is still going for more. He's still scouting in the trees. This is a super annoying item or super annoying spell for the Rubik to steal, actually, because of just Arcane Supremacy. And now Aether Lens. Like, he is jumping pretty much halfway across a screen, if not basically a screen. Very ridiculous range on this thing right now. The damage is, you know, you don't really care so much about that as the Rubik. It's just about the mobility, the early mobility it gives you, and how annoying you can be in these fights. Execration make the decision here after taking a fortuitous pick off here against the Morphling to take down that tier 1 tower as mid lane. Oh, Palos. Wow.
I mean, yeah, it's a bounty hunter, though. And it's a bounty hunter that hasn't been able to use track because they're not getting kills on this team. Like,
right.
They don't have much space to play because Execration just seems like a stronger team right now. That's why this whole Monkey King thing of I'm going to become a third carry, while I kind of understand it, it's just very slow build.
Exactly, just too slow. I thought maybe we were going to see, like, I mean, I don't know. Here's the BKB now. I thought maybe we were going to see, like, the Diffusal Blade or Echo Diffusal, not straight into BKB. Even then, I think he really missed his timing to be super early and fast. Oh, hold on. Once again, stole Tree Dance.
Activates BKB. And
Bob has no remnants.
Fights back. Yeah, Bob has no remnants, but he's only Kiyotaka, so they don't want to fight this. Palos also has the Aegis now, so yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, Kiyotaka just doesn't really have that much damage. Even with Max Jingu, when he gets the stacks, it's not a really easy 1v1 for him to take there.
I mean, yeah, so I thought actually we're going to see Echo, like the Maelstrom Gleipnir Octarine Core build, right? And then you BKB in the middle. But Echo Zero BKB is also fine. It seems like the lane went so poorly they decided not to go for the Maelstrom, which is more of a slightly farming item.
It just didn't seem like they got like one really nice kill when Kiyotaka picked up the Invis-Rune and went top lane. I think that was the only time we've ever seen track into Glimpse, right? As there's Shanks, annoying from the... Oh, they cut him down.
That was Tino, though. That cut him down with his axes. Solo just runs away from the dragon, but this tier 2 should fall to Tino, who has been pretty much unstopped this whole game.
And you know, now that I look at that, maybe that's why they are a little bit more reluctant to really be as aggressive as they could be with these Monkey King, you know, tree dances, because you are playing into the Beastmaster, right? He has flying vision with the Hawk, and he's got the axes to cut you down and stun you. Like, it's not easy. I would assume in this kind of a matchup, he just has to kind of wait for the track glimpse to reposition for someone, and then he can go in. I don't believe he can really
checks. Oh, they orchided the wrong Morphling. They got the illusion. Maybe counter initiation activation of Aesthetic Storm. It's into
Black
the
hole
Aegis.
is ready.
Kiyotaka is setting up the Wukong's command. They want to kill Palos inside of it. Wins back Tino, so at least they'll settle with an offlaner kill. As Palos fights back, kills Antares on the edge of the Wukong's command. Really risky play though, because now you lose the Aegis, and Miro still has the Black Hole.
Yeah, he does.
There's no power roar to cancel it either. As Kiyotaka still has the BKB though, so he knows he's fine for now. Unless they kill him in the telekinesis. No, there's the BKB activated.
Bob.
They stun. The Ember, really good song. The blink in for the Black Hole. Palos literally got away with the trigger. And he has the weight. The Monta style actually evades the glimpse. Impressive job. Yeah. Carlo will die though, but the freezing field was there only to recover, or sorry, to allow them to retreat. But that Monta style evasion by Palos is very important for that team fight up to go really bad.
I'm gonna bring this up because we saw very similar. Actually, hold on, I am mistaken there. Never mind. That was that was a different game. Okay. Good fight though. Ex-Hellraisers, pardon me, really needed one of those. Kiyotaka now, this is the very popular build you see when you disassemble an Echo Saber for the Mage Slayer. Sorry, when you disassemble an Echo Saber for BKB, is you rebuild it, I should say, into that Mage Slayer. So he's now substantially tankier against a lot of the magic damage that was previously posing a little bit of a threat to him, even without that BKB online, right? And that has been problematic for him inside of his Wukong commands. Shanks is cosplaying a monkey, sitting on top of a tree. They do see each other now, as it's going to be actually Antares, pardon me, that dies.
Oh, what?
On the enemy tier 2, I think he was trying to get an aggressive ward up.
No, I was actually checking. Kiyotaka actually quelling bladed his own tree trying to catch Shanks.
Oh, I didn't catch
that. Was
that.
Very funny. I was like, well, how did he go down of a tree? Can they not both stand on the same tree? And apparently he was trying to quelling blade it in the air.
Come on, Alva, this is my voice line. This tree ain't big enough for the both of us, says Rubik.
I thought it was the warding spot.
It was, but
okay.
It ain't big
this
enough for the both of us.
I bought that voice line, my friend.
Thank you. You're 1 of 10.
Anyway, you're taking me out of dinner for that voice line, though.
Oh, no.
That's the $5 you owe me. That's like 2 whole Master Mox here.
Hello, this is in vision here. Kiyotaka could look for the kill rather easily, and will.
Okay. Oh, Carlo's like, okay, what if I start dancing? Oh no, oh no. Kiyotaka hates musicals. And they're gonna kill off Carlo. No Russian ballet for this Crystal Maiden.
Making musical adaptations.
I hated all the Disney live actions, and I'll hate every musical adaptation. It's the same boat of people, to be honest.
It is, and that boat, unfortunately, very sinkable if you're a monkey. And down it goes the maiden here, having a really difficult time. I have to commend Solo, obviously, who is playing a phenomenal, or as good as a disruptor game as he can. All these glimpses and static storms have been right on the money here. Big item, though, purchased by Ramses. He now has this Eye of Scotty completed. Of course, he's playing into a melee lane, melee carry, so not as impactful as it was, as if it was a ranged hero, but it does do a lot of work against this recently purchased heart that Palos has. Right, significantly reduces the HP amplification that he's going to be able to get off of this item, and makes the fights that much easier to take for the rest of your team into this Naga Siren.
You don't get that anymore. It's the max health regen is going to reduce.
Ah,
yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's okay. This item, they were like, what do we do with this? I mean, I know it makes you tanky, but how tanky?
Yeah, it reduces HP regen, right? On
yeah, exactly. So it will reduce the max HP regen that the heart gives them, which is a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, you're right. Anyway, that Scotty will also hopefully prevent him from dying to a single ensnare, orchid, whatever. Like if you mistime your Manta, I think the stats are also major here for Ramses. So I like that he went for this over Ags.
Do we have any more? Like, did anyone ever go for Lotus? Okay, so now Antares is going for Lotus. Regrettably for him, he's a bounty hunter who normally scales based off of track kills, and he's not got too many of those this game.
Kiyotaka's recovered, by the way. He's gone for the build I was talking about, the Gleipnir into Octarine Core, just after the Echo Saber BKB. And so this is the timing of, like, I honestly thought it was going to go full Monkey King carry, but I like this much better. This is going to make it much more useful in team fights, and actually gives you extra team fight on top of the Enigma. So really good choice by Kiyotaka. They need a mid laner.
It's great catch. Compared to last game, Execration don't really have the insane amount of damage they did last game, although careful from the trees. Shanks finds a stun.
Yeah, from Aurora as well for Kiyotaka, but only illusions are hitting in. They broke down Shanks though, as Kiyotaka tries to get away, but too late. Shanks will die to the Morphling, stuck in the way in the Static Storm is Palos, but he's a bit too tanky for them to deal with. And we still have Black Hole potentially from Nero, but he's just running around the side of the team fight, now hunted down by the Ember. He can't blink in because of this Flame Guard. Ramses and Antares retreat. That flip from the, from the Tumbler's Toy will save Antares here from dying.
They got to be careful though. This Naga did get morphed, so she doesn't have a whole lot of attack speed here. The illusions, though, of course, still maintain their push. Actually, really heads up their steal by Ramses, of course. Not only do you steal the attack shade with the eggs, but you also get a second dispel for yourself, which is really nice.
Very, very important. This game has so many roots. We still have the black hole. Again, they just haven't used it because Miro can't find the blink dagger. The flame guards and the Ember in general is a big nuisance for this poor Enigma, who still doesn't have a BKB either, so it's kind of easily cancelable. There's also a Rubik. There's a lot of things.
Got to be careful for the glimpses. No tracks though here. Antares unable to find any, so there will be no glimpses back in.
Yeah.
But there is a Monkey King from behind, steals the Ember's rune. Will he die for this?
It seems fine for now. Ramsey is now turned into Naga. There's the song to reset the team fight. Seems like as Execration, they still want to fight this. No, there's a TP finally. Tino, he's not going to TP in time. The shield to cancel this in time. With a Malefice, Tino will fall. And they're going to go for more. Looking for Bob. He has mint track, so they can't glimpse him. I think he's also out of range because he's so ridiculously far away. And it's
he's pretty far.
But Kiyotaka now gets Frostbitten to look at his back. They steal the tree dance. Again. But Carlo will die.
Yeah, super fun. Yeah, I've been calling it Primal Spring. I don't know why. It's Tree Dance is the one that Rubik cares for. He doesn't really care about the Primal Spring specifically.
I mean, it's whatever, man. I don't really care. This is part of the same spell, right? Everyone knows what you're talking about.
Caster is a different spell.
There's two spells, part of the same thing.
Okay, there they go. Antares.
Antares was solo pushing a tier 1 top, which is an interesting play to make.
Can they rotate, though, and close the door on these two heroes?
Maybe this was a bait the whole time?
They have the track onto Bob, right? So even if he has the remnant back.
This was like the car meme. Shanks gets away, but Bob will die. And, ensnared. Palos gets hit by his own ensnare, avoids the glimpse again, and dispels at the same time.
Wow.
Bro, Palos, God Gamer. Shanks, where's Slacks when we need him? Shanks is actually the better monkey. Lifting the monkey up into the sky, doing nothing, just showing dominance here. And he's baring his teeth at the monkey. I'm the alpha now.
It's like, there he is. They see? No, they don't quite see each other. They're just one tree too far away. Two star-crossed lovers, dude. Jumping away through the trees. It's nighttime, so they don't see too far at night.
Shanks is the definition of monkey see, monkey do right now.
Yeah, pretty much. There's too many good jokes to make here, aren't there? When the Rubik does steal the tree dance. A little David Attenborough voice, you know, watch as the two monkeys try and display who is the alpha.
Yeah.
They compete for the best mate.
For the best creeps. They all want the gold.
Invite.
Yeah, but the Monkey King already has Broodmother, so he's set.
Okay, ex-Hellraisers just got their Paladin sword stolen, by the way.
Oh, that's pretty big, actually. That's huge for Morphling, and pretty... I mean, I don't think Execration loves it that much, but ex-Hellraisers would really love a Paladin sword.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks. A little bit unlucky. Solo was farming with the Thunderstrike, and then ended up getting it stolen, so...
Antares, he just got Midas.
Oh.
This is I think a pulling yourself up from your bootstraps version of Bounty Hunter. Like,
well, you know,
nobody's giving him track kills. He's not getting any handouts, so he has to buy the Midas for himself.
Yeah,
that is a weird build.
He's gonna clock into the scaling factory, work his shifts 9 to 5. He's moonlighting as well as a little bit of a team fighter.
I think that's for Beastmaster's creeps, right? Surely that's.
Well, I mean, sure, but not against the Helm of the Overlord.
No,
right?
just the wars.
Sure, we'll say it's for that.
Is the Static Storm possible? As the H is taking Apollo though. Here comes in with a black hole, and Shanks steals it. So careful, there's a Rubik black hole, and Miero will die quickly to that. They did nothing in their own black hole, but setting up the Wukong's command at the very least. With Morphing one to go in, they stun Palos for quite a long time. He still has the Aegis, that's the song, and the TP is available, but Kiyotaka still has the BKB on him. Palos just wants to get away for now. He's apparently going to stay during the whole song duration. He's healing thanks to the shard as well, and they want to reset the team fight. Gold for solo, next kinetic kill prevents this. Ramsey's now turned into this Naga, getting to the best of his ability. Stunned though by Shanks, gets him telekinesis, giving them a little bit more leeway, but Ramses keeps on going, hoping to finish off Tino. Palos now doesn't know what target to get. It's set for the Emperor, but he's going to, sorry, for the Monkey, but he's going to die to him. The Emperor, meanwhile, on the backline, still stuck in the kinetic field. Has one more remnant, will get away. Antares, though, falls through and catches him with the Janata. As now Kiyotaka falls to Palos. Ramses fighting the carry-on-carry fight. This is the last bit of it. They need something to stun him. They will. Multiple stuns fly through to Palos, who has no Aegis, has no HP, and has no life anymore.
Yeah, down he goes. Excellent fight there. Ramses with the talent. Waveform attacks targets, really making a huge difference, right? As he just knows which one's the real.
Carlo is dancing in the trees because he knows they've discovered him. He wants to kill Solo. He's not going to find Ramses. They get vision, and Carlo now realizes how useless this freezing field was.
The dragon's here, though.
The dragon is here to kill Solo, and because the frostbite don't get him. So Carlo just wanted to die to kill the opposite support, who did buy back for this fight.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy fight, and just, I mean, what a performance from Ramses here. Again, manages to get the morph off onto the Naga Siren, which isn't that hard, right? Because it's not like she's a hero that's too elusive or builds Lincoln spheres necessarily to block this. But his micro and his usage of the Naga's toolkit was really impressive to me in that fight. He just A-clicks all of his illusions onto the Rubik, and because of the attack speed that he also gets, Rubik just kind of gets chased down by Antares. And Shanks, I mean, we've seen him from game one. He is instrumental in these team fights for ex-Hellraisers. Like, this is the kind of, I call this like the inspirational element, right? Where he gets you to queue up and play a game of Dota, and then you think the game must be broken because you're not playing as good as a Rubik game as he is. Yeah. Phenomenal performance in that fight as well for Kiyotaka. Yeah. He is very much the Monkey King kind of space creator utility kind of carry, right? Not so much the true carry. But in that fight, you know, gladly will trade the usage of his BKB in exchange to make sure that the Naga Siren just doesn't freely get to set up for that second initiation. Even still, though, it's a decent enough fight for Execration, but ex-Hellraisers using the buybacks are going to be able to outfight them there. Phenomenal control onto Bob, and again, great spellcasting from Ramses, really getting them through that fight. Super impressive stuff. Yep. It's so hard, right? Because it's not like this Morphlane anymore is super easily killable. Now he's got Crystallis and almost his full Daedalus, which is his next item, so even killing him is going to prove to be quite the challenge. He is definitely online, Avo.
Well, that team fight was so crazy. Do you think after that team fight, Miro will ever try to black hole initiate like that again? Because it seemed beyond the Rubik stealing it, right? It just seemed like a useless initiation. They just weren't ready. I was very surprised with how haywire he went. Maybe he thought the Roche was about to be done, and that's why he had to do it.
It did seem a little bit desperate, and maybe that's the word. I use that word restrained a little bit. Yeah, haphazard I think is better. To me, the reason I want to use the word desperate is it felt like Hellraisers were in that classic position where they're like, oh no, we are not contesting this Roche fast enough. Quick, delay the fight. We need to set up a bit better. And in that sense, it still ended up being pretty impactful, right? Like maybe the issue I have was committing both the Static Storm and the Black Hole. You know, might have been a little bit too much there. I think one or the other probably buys you enough time there, either through Burning Beat. Hold on, we're fighting again, Avo.
One track. That's where Carlo. Oh, Ramsey just goes in and bursts Carlo in a matter of seconds.
He got the Naga again.
And he got the Naga. Now Bob is like trying to test the team fight, gets BKB and almost dies to the crits. Morphling is chasing after him. These remnants are faster, luckily, than the single waveform. Wait till he gets the second one, though. Or the reduction. The problem was deflected by Antares. And now Tino could be in trouble. Ramses still with the BKB, going for Tino, committing for the skill. They glimpse him back. And he actually stole the Naga and snares him. No? Song. Is this setting up for another fight?
They're really trying?
I don't know about this one, though. Freezing Field after the Song now. Carlo immediately cancels. Silence the Morphling, though. Monostel dispels it. And Carlo dies the second time. As Ramses all over the fight, but can't get caught. Boundless Strike finds Bob as well, who's out of remnants. He has to sleight of fist. And Palos finally finds the Morphling. He's hitting it head on, and he might just be waiting this carry-on-carry fight. As they're fighting one command, Kiyotaka doesn't have the armor to deal with Palos like this BKB, and will just carry right through this Monkey King, but the lifesteal is pretty high up, apparently. He's kind of winning, there's the Ember helping it out, and that will sentence Kiyotaka to death.
Oh no. Oh my god, they got shredded by that Riptide, man. They did not respect the tide warnings there. They just got destroyed.
Yeah, that was red flag. Red flag was there. There's like
red
sharks
flag,
in the water.
Tide warnings. They were, you know what they say, you know, red in the morning, sailors take warning, and they certainly didn't there. Palos just ripped them apart. That was so bad for them. They were just 3 cores right on top of each other, Avo. and it just gave him the perfect opportunity to take down the Morphling. Morphling needs to die there first, right? Otherwise, like you're saying, there's not enough regeneration here on top of Palos. He doesn't live long enough to fight through 3 carries, but it's trivial the way he does it there. Wow, another phenomenal usage there of the mirror.
He's just doing it now to show off, honestly.
Oh, wow. I've never seen a Nagasarian really just go to toe-to-toe like that versus 3 enemy carries. 2 enemy carries and an Enigma.
In the Wukong's command as well.
Just didn't care about it. No respect for the Monkey King, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it does
no
seem
respect
like...
for solo either. It's just a highlight reel of glimpse dodges.
That's the 4th one, I think, this game. Mira has black hole. We didn't mention it because I'm just ignoring this black hole, but he does have it. Could potentially initiate onto this, right? I mean, the Rubik is nearby, though. There's black hole just committed. Rubik's coming by. Where's the follow? Someone help him! Someone deal damage! Palos finally stunned, and the counter black hole up to 3! He managed to get there in time! Now Antares dies! Kiyotaka stalls with a command. He has to be giving Ramsey's joints, and Nero might die in the backlines. Palos, though, fighting head on a second time. That is the shard for the song, which is why he's healing so much. And you do not deal with Palos. If Palos is in close quarters with you, turns into a pig, goes for the ensnare, he still has silence. The Morphling is taking too much damage. Ramses is down. Kiyotaka falls off the tree. And Execration, they'll do it. It's possible. They can get a 2-0 in a group stage, Richie. They finally accomplished a game that is not a tie. It's been 2 years since this happened for Execration.
Yeah, and once again, Hellraisers are going to, I mean, look, it's not an elimination match for them, but Execration will find revenge for their C brethren Geek Slate, who were eliminated from the Lima Major playoff contentions by Hellraisers in the Lima Major. And they get a 2-0 here. I mean, still super early on in the group stage, right, to say that this is going to conclusively remove them from group stage number 2 or anything like that. But it's a pretty big loss, and it's a big win for Execration, who rise up to 4-2 here in their group stage and continue to do the C region proud. I think that, for me, is